Hello everyone and welcome to another DrAce video. Today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24. Today I'm going to show you how to get the best possible sector times that I'm capable of doing here in Mugello for the MotoGP Academy game mode. So here we go then guys, PS5 controller on the right hand side of your screen. That's going to show you exactly how I use my inputs and how I input buttons on aforementioned controller. Controller's configuration is in the description down below, so if you need to know what buttons do what, head over to the description and see it all in there. So let's talk about Sector 1 then, braking at that Brembo sign, nice and early, calm on the brakes, gradually trail braking into the San Donato corner to ensure you get through turn 1 safely. Tight the apex for the Luco corner, back across to the right hand side for Poggio Secco, keep it in tight, onto the power, and it should be good enough for at least silver here in Mugello. So let's start from the final corner then. This is Bacine, and unless you get Bacine right, you're going to lose a lot of time for Sector 1. Sector 1 is already a very difficult sector time to get the gold on. I'm going to try and improve here, but main point here to know is the bike's going to be very heavy around here, so brake right there as late as you possibly can towards the Brembo sign, either a little bit before it or a little bit after. Gradually on the brake, not too aggressive, but enough to get the Ducati GP24 stopped. As you move into the apex of Luco, position yourself across to the apex of Poggio Secco. Careful on the power here, use the right out device and get across the line for another sector time. I was 0.2 of a second away from the gold. So now for the second sector, we're going to come out of exactly where we just finished a moment ago, braking right before the rumble strip on the right hand side of your screen there for the Materassi corner. Keep it in nice and tight. You can use the curbs around the circuit, they do feel quite good. And just as you get here, just before you see that TV screen on your right hand side there, start braking in gradually to go into the apex of Casanova, flip it across to the left hand side for Savelli, and leave that corner with a confident stride in third gear. So let's see it once more then. Out of the Poggio Secco corner, we're going to charge across the line to get this one started. There's the Materassi corner, brake right there at the rumble strip. Keep it in tight. As I mentioned earlier, you can use the rumble strip if you want to. Onto the power. Keep an eye out to the right hand side of your screen. There is the TV screen. Start braking just before it. Hit the apex for Casanova. Move into the left hand side. You can really abuse the curbs here as well for Savelli. Keep it in third gear. Get across the line to complete that sector. Now for Sector 3, you're going to be starting out of the left-hander here for Savelli. So the second you do leave Savelli, ensure the bike is in third gear, then lean into the right-hander for Arrabbiata 1. Keep the bike nice and tight to the apex there, run it deeper onto the curb, and back in again to the apex for the second of the two Arrabbiatas. Careful on the outside there, you do not want to be rubbing too much on the rumble strip there, because you run the chance of running off the circuit and then invalidating your lap time. So just be very careful if you're trying to navigate the Scarpa corner. Braking at the middle point of the Corantaio corner there, going for that V-shaped line. You can go for a tighter apex, but I do find the V-shaped line works a little bit better. Get across and hopefully you've completed that particular sector. So let's see this one more time. Out of the Savelli corner, in third gear, into the apex of Arrabbiata 1. Keep it in tight. Let the bike drift out wide ever so slightly and back in to the outside. You can either downshift a second here or leave it in third. That is entirely up to you. Brake there at that white line here to go into the Scarpa corner. Don't brake too hard, because the last thing you want to do there is lift the rear wheel up off the floor. Keep the bike parallel and brake in there nice and calmly. Brake there just at the front, probably right at the foot of the rumble strip there, right at the bottom. Start braking in so you can lean into the Corantaio corner and get through to achieve the gold sector time. Now this one's a bit of a pain, because out of Sector 4 here, you have to immediately upshift to third gear. If you don't, the bike will be stuck in second and you will not be able to move the bike. It'll just rev like crazy. Brake nice and early, well before that Motul sign on your right hand side there. Keep it in tight to the Bacine corner, run it a bit wide, then get back onto the power with that same V-shaped line we did a moment ago with the Corantaio corner. This time just on the opposite side of the tyres. Cross the line, good enough for the gold. So once again, over to the right hand side, let the autopilot finish, immediately upshift to third gear, into the apex of BNDT1, back across into BNDT2, use your ride height device, get the Ducati straightened up, and then lead in to the left-hand side for the Bacine corner. Nice and firm on the brakes, using a bit of rear brake as well. Run it in tight at the exit, well, at the end of your particular V-shaped line. Get onto the power, use your ride height device, and charge across the line to hopefully achieve another gold sector time. So we've done it in four sectors. Let's now do 2 laps of the complete circuit here in Mugello and see if we can get the best possible lap time we can. So as I mentioned earlier, imperative to get the exit out of Bacine correct. Drive all the way down to the middle part of the straight here, lean into the left hand side, start braking your Brembo sign. A little bit later there, but I'm going to go a bit further on the brakes this time to ensure we can trail brake all the way into the middle of San Donato. Get onto the power, upshift if you want to a higher gear, but I find 3rd gear works rather well there. Move over to the right hand side, use a bit of rear brake as well if you're just running that little bit deep. Gentle on the acceleration with the ride height device, puts you in a nice spot for Materassi. Keep it in tight, move across to the right hand side and just position the bike near the rumble strip, brake before that big telly on the right hand side. Keep it in, run it a bit deep there as a matter of fact, but it's not a problem because we will still have that turn going in to the Savelli corner. Make sure you're in 3rd gear here to go into the right hand side for Arrabbiata 1. Position the bike on the right hand side, really lean across, but let the bike stand up ever so slightly. Turn back into Arrabbiata 2 and now start to accelerate. Brake right there where that little bit of grey bit is on the left hand side. Nice and firm, nice and collective and calm into the Scarpa corner. Keep it tight for Pelagio. Use the ride height device near the rumble strip on the right there and start braking in once again for Corantaio. Longer, wider, sweeping line to exit on a V-shaped line into the Corantaio. Left in the inside there to BNDT1, back across to the right, almost abusing track limits there, just got a bit eager on the acceleration as well, as we now brake just before the Motul sign on your right hand side there. Run it a little bit wide here, prepare your ride height device, straighten the motorcycle up, use the ride height device, use all of the pit lane entrance there, and charge across the line to hopefully get a lap time close enough for gold. So let's see this just one more time because Mugello is a bit of a tough circuit and I always do like to show you more than once, and I always find that twice does give you a little bit of a different look at some of the lines I may take a little bit differently just to see how things work. So here we go. One more lap around Mugello, across the line and away we go. Keep over to the left hand side here. There's the Brembo sign, start braking. Nice and firm on the brakes here, nice and tight to the apex of San Donato. Now we have to be careful on the power. Upshift to 3rd as I mentioned earlier, if you find the bike starting to just spin up the rear ever so slightly. With the lower traction control, it is very easy to start spinning up the rear. So now coming out of the right-hander now, we'll brake just before the rumble strip there. Turn into the apex of Materassi, really using a lot of the rumble strip there. Same can be done for Borgo San Lorenzo as well. Now onto the power, big television on the right, start braking in, keep it in tight. Hit the apex if you have to. Now in the left hand side, really abuse the corner there. Use all of the rumble strip if you can, and then stay in 3rd gear for the next sector. Here we go. Onto the power, let the bike stand up ever so slightly, hit the curb, back into the right hand side. Wait for the moment, get on the power, try and avoid the wheelie, brake there, just where that little bit of grey tarmac is on the left hand side, just on the outside of the circuit. Now out to the Pelagio corner, hit the ride height device, get yourself really close over to the left hand side of the Corantaio corner, and now brake in to that wider sweeping line with the goal of hitting the apex here to then get onto the power, launch across to the left of the Biondetti corner, and then back again to the right for a second Biondetti out of 2. Brake there at the Motul sign or just before it, keep it in nice and tight, and allow the GP24 to really slide into the Bacine corner, ready with the ride height device, hit the apex there, just touching the outside of the pit lane entrance, and across the line. It is sadly not going to be enough, but it's still good enough to achieve a silver medal here in Mugello. Now I will confess that gold time is a very difficult time. I don't even think I managed that with the soft tyres using the GP23 of Marc Marquez in a video a couple of days ago, so that's quite challenging. Unfortunately I wasn't able to get it in today's video, but I will be back to try it in the future. But guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you